Hi, my name is Jim and welcome to the house, which is my studio. Today we're gonna compare and check out two harmonic processors, which I was very interested in. One is the brand new HRK ST596 and the other is the Looptrotter ST500, which has been on the market for quite a while, I think. Let's do this. Alright, before we listen to any of these processors, we can immediately see that the two have a pretty similar approach. Both have a drive knob, which is the amount of saturation. They both have two high and low switches that allow you to preserve your signal from being saturated in the high and low end, which is very interesting to not crush your low end response or being harsh on some high-pitched sources. They also have a dry and wet knobs that allow you to blend the saturated and your original and clean signals. Interestingly, the HRK comes with another feature called tape mix that's presented as an emulation of how your signal should sound going through analog tapes, which is very neat, I think. Alright, just before we start to hear some tones, I just wanted to add something. We won't go crazy in depth in this demo, so we're just gonna compare the two quickly and see what happens when we turn some knobs and stuff, and we'll simply try to be a bit creative with them, which is what I usually do here, so yeah. Also, as I'm trying to be as honest and transparent as possible in these reviews, just wanted to say that both processors react pretty differently. And as the Looptrotter was pretty louder than the HRK, I just tried to level match the sources in post, so you can have a fair comparison, at least. Alright, enough talking, and here are some tones from both units. Alright, as I said earlier, these two modules are pretty similar, but they can be quite different sounding depending on the source you're using it with. This is just my opinion on these. To be honest, I really enjoy the sounds coming from these two modules. I really find the features handy, especially the high and low switches. To my ears, it really felt more obvious on the low switch, especially on drums and bass. It was really cool. I felt like the high switch was a bit more subtle, I guess, no matter what module I was using. Yeah, using them on several tracks these days, I really think you can get great results with either one or the other. They both great, I think. I really enjoyed the grit coming from the HRK, and maybe found the Looptrotter a bit cleaner, and maybe a little bit more dynamic friendly, I guess, which can be quite cool. But if you want big saturation, especially with hardware gear, I think I personally want to be mean, like really mean. The two modules definitely have a cool range of saturation, but you know, this range felt sometimes a bit narrow and letting me like, I want more. But this is in any way a bad thing. This is just my opinion at the moment I used it. Even if we didn't talk about the tape mix on the HRK, I think this is a really cool feature. It's adding a little something. Maybe, yeah, sometimes I felt like it added some kind of compression to the track, which can be, yeah, pretty reminiscent of how an analog tape could react, I guess. Alright, now to end up on some remarks I have about these modules. To be totally honest, I will definitely say that I enjoyed a bit more the HRK when comparing the two. But now, this is probably due to something a bit annoying to me about the Looptrotter. It is the fact that the Looptrotter definitely adds some loudness. I mean, according to what you're processing, it can be quite a lot louder. I won't go through too much details about it, but it's simply due to its circuit, which blends the dry signal a bit differently than the HRK. So now to end up this video on a more creative side, as I really enjoyed this new HRK module, I made a track with my friend Florent, you saw playing bass at the start, to show how it reacts and yeah, basically in the context of a mix. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching it. As always, I'm highly interested in having your thoughts on these modules, and let's discuss in the comment section. Also, this is my Instagram. If you want to know a bit more about what I do and maybe send me some geeky DMs and stuff, and yeah. Here's the account of my friend Florent too. Check him out, he's great. I guess I'll see you in the next, and thanks again. Bye!